One day, in a bustling city filled with the noise and bustle of modern life, an eerie silence began to reign on its streets. People noticed the silence, which carried an oppressive heaviness, as if the very essence of life had been sucked out of the air. Residents of the city were becoming more and more puzzled. Their once vibrant community was now shrouded in an alarming veil of silence. As the days turned into weeks, there were reports of strange disappearances hitting the city. Women, children, and the elderly began to disappear without a trace, leaving the community gripped by fear and confusion. Panic soon spread like wildfire as loved ones desperately searched for answers, desperate to uncover the truth behind the mysterious disappearances. Amid this chaos, rumors began to spread about the existence of a mythical creature known as a banshee. Legends told of this unearthly creature, the harbinger of death, whose haunting howl heralded impending doom. Although nothing was said about him in urban folklore, people soon realized that this elusive creature was the culprit of the disappearances. Two brave men and a woman stepped forward, determined to fight the banshee threat face to face. Armed with ancient knowledge and fierce determination, they set out on a dangerous journey to find and destroy the creature responsible for the plight of the city. Their quest was not without casualties, as they faced countless trials and surprises along the way. Together, this daring trio penetrated deep into the dark underbelly of the city, climbing into forgotten corners and hidden realms where banshees could hide. Armed with protective charms and weapons forged on the basis of mystical knowledge, they sought to challenge the mystery that engulfed their once thriving community. Their efforts did not go unnoticed, as the banshee, sensing a threat to its existence, fought back with increasing ferocity. He let out his haunting screams, resonating in the silence like a mournful symphony, at first trying to weaken the resolve of the brave trio. But they were strong, driven by the desire to restore peace and protect their loved ones. Since that day, the city has sought to strengthen unity and resilience, vowing never to forget the lessons learned in those long, silent days. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit, reminding everyone who witnessed this story that even in the darkest nights, hope and courage can prevail. When they ventured into the heart of darkness, Henry, determined, took the bold step to confront the banshee alone. His valiant sacrifice allowed Zack and Mary to continue the mission, but their hearts were full of grief for their fallen comrade. Despite the severity of their losses, Zack and Mary persevered, their determination fueled by both revenge and the desire to protect their beloved city. Moving forward, they faced numerous obstacles, and each test brought them closer to the final goal. The story of their search spread throughout the city, turning Zack and Mary into legendary figures among the population. During the climactic battle with the banshee, the tragedy played out once again. Mary, a pillar of strength and resilience, has fallen victim to a deadly banshee attack. Her loss devastated Zack, leaving him alone to fight the howling creature that had brought so much despair. Despite his severe wounds and overwhelming grief, Zack gathered all the strength he had left. Driven by his love for Mary and the memory of Henry, he fought with unyielding determination. In an epic clash that shook the very foundations of the city, Zack managed to defeat the banshee, ending her reign of terror. Despite the victory, Zack's wounds were serious, and he bore scars both physical and emotional for the rest of his days. He returned to the city as a hero, but his true identity remained hidden from the grateful citizens. His name was whispered with gratitude, while his heroism remained imprinted in the hearts of those he saved. As the years passed, the memory of the silent city and the brave Trinity faded with time. Zack lived out his remaining years carrying the burden of his fallen comrades and the knowledge of the horrors they faced. He became a lonely figure, marked by obsessive experiences that shaped his life. As the last days of Zack approached, the residents of the city, unaware of the identity of their savior, collectively mourned the death of the nameless hero. They paid their respects by seeing off the person who gave them back their future, without even suspecting its true significance in their lives, so the city continued to flourish, blissfully unaware of the sacrifices and triumphs that had been made to grant them peace. The story of the banshee and the valiant trio became a distant legend, which was whispered in a low voice, but was never fully understood. But deep in the history of the city, the story of Zack, Henry, and Mary continued to live, testifying to courage in the face of darkness. Their legacy served as a reminder that sometimes heroes walk among us, unrecognized and unsung, sacrificing their own lives for the common good. And so, whenever the wind howled in the streets, people, without knowing it, remembered the story of the silent city and the silent heroes who fought to restore his voice.